Hi, welcome to a Talking Legal episode 2. I'm Praveen Gautam, your trusted marketing advisor. I help entrepreneurs and enterprises to build their digital brand and then monetize it. Today's episode, I have got Miranda Campbell, who is Associate of Matthew Love Family Lawyers. Good day, Miranda. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Praveen. How are you?
Yeah, good. Thank you.
Good.
It's great to have you today.
Thank you.
I'm really excited. Good.
So am I.
A little bit about Miranda. I'll briefly go through it. Miranda has many years of experience practicing in the areas of succession law, property law, and family law, and is always successful in assisting clients in these areas. So welcome to the show, Miranda.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's great. Now today's topic is we talk about, a little bit about wills. So some of our viewers would like to know is it required? Why will is required? Why is it, Miranda?
Yeah, absolutely. Praveen, in light of COVID-19 and, just the sudden fear that we're all going to die, it is really important to, most people have started just revisiting their wills to make sure that it's all in order, but they don't want to make any changes. And if you don't have a will, this is definitely the time to go and get one, because you want to be sure that, what you leave behind goes to the people that you want to gift it to. And if you die intestate, for example, it won't. It'll pass just in accordance with the intestacy rules in the Succession Act. And so, if you've got property, whether it's a little or a lot, you should definitely put something in writing, make sure it's valid, so that your gifts pass in accordance with your wishes.
Yeah, that's a great point. That's a great point, isn't it? That's the, this is a privilege when you live in a Western world. Obviously this is very important. That's certainly cleared it up. Now, I'm just curious, obviously, the situation is very different right now because of the COVID. And I'm curious how you're helping your clients currently, Miranda.
Yeah, so we've had lots of inquiries with regards to wills. Lots of clients suddenly, need to review their wills or start, and a lot of people don't have wills, so they're coming to us to make them. And we will always make it our priority to see those clients and to get those wills done as soon as we possibly can, and validly executed.
Yes.
And we've been fortunate so far, because the clients, and none of our clients have been unwell, and so they've been able to come into our offices, and obviously we observe the social distancing requirements, and we sit on either side of the room from them. But
yes.
Yeah, but if there came a time when they couldn't come in, then there's obviously measures in place to ensure that they do get their wills. And in this regard, really what you need for a valid will is to have it properly executed, and you need 2 witnesses.
Yes.
So when they come into the office, that's easy, because there's always a few solicitors or a solicitor and a paralegal there. But there might be a time when they can't come in, and then there's ways around that.
That's a great point. That's a really great point. So then the question, obviously, you mentioned is, do you still have to attend your solicitor's office to execute during the COVID-19 restrictions?
Yeah, so the answer to that is, well, there's actually never been a strict rule that people have to attend our offices. That's just the way that we practice, because this is such an important area of law, and there's absolutely no room for error, particularly in the witnessing requirements. So they don't have to come into the office. Another way to do it is to print the will in our office and send it off to them with some very detailed instructions about how to have that will executed. And to validly execute it, what they need to do is they need to have 2 witnesses who are independent, so not a beneficiary or the executor of their will, to be physically present and watch them sign it, and then those witnesses sign after them.
So what you're saying, Miranda, is I can't have some, let's say my cousins or family members, immediate family, first family, they can't witness it. Yeah.
Not necessarily that. So as long as they're not a beneficiary or the executor of the will,
Okay.
the reason that we say completely independent, I'd always advise my clients to go out and have, maybe the neighbors or the pharmacist down the road or somebody who doesn't know them sign it, is that we don't want anything to come up in the future that would cause anyone to challenge that will. And when you practice in this area of law for a while, you realize that, that there's always going to be somebody out there who wants a little bit more of your estate than they've gotten, or some of your estate if they haven't gotten any of it.
Yeah, now that's certainly clear us to our viewers. And obviously, I'm sure, you would be open if they have any specific questions. So what would be the best way to keep, to get in touch if people are really looking for their wills, any of the legal matters, wills, estates, or any of the legal matters? What would be the best way for them to reach out to you, Miranda?
The best thing to do is to call our office and make an appointment.
Right.
Yeah. There was just one other thing I wanted to talk about though, Pravin, because I think this is really interesting.
Yes.
Because I never would have thought this would have ever happened in this area, because it's such an old area and the rules have been very, very strict about witnessing requirements. But interestingly, the Supreme Court have put out a direction that says that you may be able to witness someone signing their will by video link rather than being physically present.
Really?
So it's quite extraordinary, but these are extraordinary times. I would hope that this, and it only applies to wills signed between the 1st of March and the 30th of September. I would hope that I never have to do this, because there's a couple of requirements that need to be met. But obviously, if the situation called for it, then there's this direction in place that would allow people to execute their wills without having anybody physically present in the room with them, which is actually a really good thing in light of, the COVID-19 restrictions.
Right. Now that makes completely sense, Miranda. We are just running out of the time. Thank you so much. Is there anything you would like to add before we close for today, Miranda?
No, just if you need a will, don't hesitate to give us a call.
That's great. So the best email is miranda@matthewlove.com.au, and obviously your number is 0733902344. Thank you so much for your time, Miranda. Look forward to catching up with you.
All right. Cheers. Have a good night. Bye.
You too. Bye for now.
Bye.